Good afternoon, everyone. It's Beverly, my Messy Room Stamper here with another one sketch, 2 cards for you this afternoon. I haven't stamped in a while, so I hope this goes well. I've had visitors from out of town. My mother-in-law was here, so hopefully I didn't forget how to do it. So today's sketch is going to look something like this. I've cut the paper in what they call the hot dog view. It's so on the 8.5 side, I've cut it at 4 1/4. And then there's a couple of layers. There's one layer that's 1/4 inch less than that, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then 2 other layers at 1 3/4 by 3 1/2 and 1 1/2 by 3. And then any sort of punch that you want or die that would have your sentiment on it. You can use paper or designer series paper. If you want to use designer series paper and you want to back it, just increase these measurements by 1/4 inch, okay? So let's get started. I hope I'm in view. It seems like I am. So that's my sample. And then this is the first card that I'm going to make. I'm just going to go ahead and show it to you. This is the Mosaic Mood Designer Series paper. And I originally wasn't crazy about this paper. I think it's because I'm not crazy about the stamp set. But, you know, that's why there's lots of sets in our catalog. But I do like the paper. It's growing on me. I've been using it a lot. So this is what we're going to recreate. So this is crumb cake cardstock that like I said, I cut it at 4 1/4 by, it's 4 1/4 actually by 11, and then you fold it and you get it at 5 1/2. And when you fold this way, you need to break your fiber, so you either need to put it on your score pal and score down it, or use your bone folder so you get on there. Then I'm going to take this piece, and that's the piece I'm going to put right here as a background piece. So lots of pretty colors in here. You can see the other side of it's very nice as well. And maybe it's the other side that's not my thing. I'm not sure, but anyway. Put that there. Just use the glue, allows you to move it around a little bit if you need to, and burnish it down. Now, I chose to use designer series paper, and I'm going to back it on the crumb cake cardstock. So this piece here, lay them down. The nice thing about sketches, I find, is it gives you a starting point, that you don't have to think, how am I going to lay this card out? What am I going to do? You just sort of go and you do it. You see what you have to do, and then you get at it. So there's that one. So you don't have to come up with the layout yourself. It's there for you. Just gonna even this one up a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to glue these down onto here, like one there and one like there. Something like that. I'm going to overlap them. I really want them overlapped. I got glue on my finger now, so it's going to stick to everything. That's about where I want to be, right? Right. Looks pretty good. Do the other one. You can see how fast this is coming together. It took me longer to cut the paper than it did to make the card. And let's put this one right here. Let's even this up. All right, so now I'm going to use this piece of paper to stamp my sentiment. And I'm going to use the sentiment from Daisy Lane. The best moments in my life happen with you. Let me get this out of here. And I'm going to stamp it on here in Memento Black. Can't find a lid. And then I'm going to punch it out with the Darling Label Punch. That's the one that looks like this. Then I'm going to take, let's put this over there. I'm going to cut out another piece in crumb cake because I want a backing on that. I was into backing today, so I want everything backed. And I'm going to cut it in half. You'll see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give it a little backing. I'm going to take the glue and run it right across here. Right across here. There you go. And I'm going to give it a little edge. Line up the sides. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to take the other one and do the same thing, just a little bit right across there. There you go. Oops, it moved. Wow, it's moving like crazy. Look. Let's try that again. And it moved again. It's kind of like dancing around. Okay. That'll do it. And then I'm going to take dimensionals and I'm going to pop it up. Little pop, little pop. Hoping the glue is not moving again because that would be bad. There you go. Then I'm going to put it in the middle of the two. I'll bring this back in camera. Now what I did do is I had this little piece left over. This little piece left over from the front. And I'm going to just put it right there. I think it adds some color inside. You know, the crumb cake is a neutral, so there's no color to it. So when they open it up, before you put your note, it gives it a little bit of inside color. And there you go. So the next card I'm going to make with the same sketch. So here's the sketch again. I'm going to turn the card this way. And you'll see the card coming up looks like an entirely different set. Let me just clean my stamp real quick. Get it off the table. Too many things around. I won't know what to do with them all. That's something inside there. I'm not sure what. All right, here we go. So the next one, I'm back at the Follow Your Art. I love this paper. The paper is Follow Your Art. The stamp set it starts with art. So this is the stamp set, and we're going to use the words, "You paint my world with happiness." But the paper itself is Follow Your Art. So I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to use Whisper Right as the backing, and you'll see what's going to happen with this. It's going to turn out really pretty. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do it this way. I had to turn it that way so I could remember. And I'm going to use this side of it. It's going to be a little different. I do love this side, and I've made quite a few cards with it. It's like you could have a whole card pack with just this paper. There's so many colors in it that you can use for it. It's amazing. And then once again, I'm going to back these onto, this is Blushing Bride. It's my favorite pink, I think. And then this one is this pretty blue. Now this, I'm going to turn this back this way because I'm going to set this card up now just like this. But when I turn it, no, I'm going to set it up like this. I'm going to turn it this way. It looks like an entirely different sketch when it's the exact same measurements and everything. And so let's pull that over there like that. Those lines on that paper make this easy. And there's that. And then I'm going to pop this up on a piece of white using the tailored tag, which is this tag. As you can see that. I already stamped it because I just wanted to make sure that the dimensions of it would work. And actually, I had meant, I was going to do this on a piece of cardstock and a piece of paper, designer series paper, and use that, but I put that away, so we'll just go with it. I'm sorry about that. And again, I'm going to cut it in half and mount it with a border around it. It'll make it, just add something to it, I think. It's funny, the glue comes out and then it doesn't come out. I gotta say, this is usually fun, but not today. It's not working. Press it down. Turn it, oh, not turning it over. And back up here like this. And then once more, we're just going to pop that up. Now, you could use ribbon or, you know, lots of things to stamp this to enhance the card. I didn't today because I just wanted to show you the sketch and how it went with it and how you could just turn it on its side and it would be different. Okay. There you go. So it looks like an entirely different card than this one. So here we have this one. Goes like this. It's leaning. I don't know why it's leaning. You open it and there it is. And then this one. It's the same card. It's just turned a different way. So there you go. 2 cards. I'll show you the sketch one more time. I'll put it in the description, the dimensions in the descriptions as well. So this is a 4 by 5 1/4. 1 3/4 by 3 1/2 and 1 1/2 by 3. If you're going to back them like I did, I just added 1/4 inch. And then a punch or die or something like that. I did cut it at the 4 1/4 side, but you don't have to cut it that way. You could certainly do it the other way. And then this is what I end up. So this is Follow Your Art designer series paper, and I use the You Paint My World with Happiness. It starts with art stamp set. And this one is Mosaic Mood. That's the paper, but the stamp set I used, the words from, was Daisy Lane. This is a beautiful set. Lots of nice things with that. So I hope you enjoyed the cards today. I hope you'll come back next week and let me show you another sketch. Have a great day. I'll see you next week. Bye.